Good morning, beloveds. So yesterday was a really long day. I got up in the morning, did the live stream, went to the center, got to the center too close to 11. That was a traffic thing, and left the center at 7 o'clock last night. Oh my goodness, that was. I've been to some big funeral, memorial, what have yous, and that one was just, it was heartfelt and it was wonderful, and I'm glad we could do it, but it was very long. It was very long. And the number of technical issues that we ran into while we were doing it was like just even getting to it started. And then I applaud Danielle. She is amazing. She's the best partner I could ever have. Oh, okay. So it is June 20th. We are always growing. The first quote is, "Therefore God, thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows." Psalm 45:7. Train yourself to think what you wish to think. Be what you wish to be. Feel what you wish to feel, and place no limit on principle! Exclamation point. And that is The Science of Mind, page 188. How we delight at children pretending to be grown-ups. They see themselves as fireman, doctor, or teacher. One moment, one thing. One moment, another. We smile at these adventures and encourage the young to stretch their wings while we settle upon our perches, acting as though this urge to look ahead and become more were given only to the young. How strange to ever think that we could one day cease to evolve. Even though the body may reach a place where it will grow no more, the mind never stops in its quest for a fuller expression. There is an aspect of our being that is never constrained by time, space, or circumstance. Perhaps this part of us, our awareness of union with God, is the dimension of our life which consistently asks, "What's next?" We need to listen to that divine child in us, which knows itself and is always expanding its wisdom. Someone once said, we grow too experienced to feel the freshness of life as its green tendrils break through the earth every spring. We can begin to greet each new day anew, expecting the best and most beautiful circumstances yet. God creates all that is, and I daily use divine wisdom in all that I think, say, and do. I never cease to be amazed and delighted as I enjoy God's earth. Each day brings new wonder, and I embrace it all, giving thanks for bountiful opportunities to express infinite life in me. Oh, I have many thoughts. Starting with the idea of children. It's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be? We're always asking children that. And it's interesting now because I'm closing in on 50. I'll be 50 this year. And it's like, well, what do I want to be when I grow up? It's like, I know what I'm doing. And I'm still making plans, and I'm not talking about retirement plans. I'm talking about these are things that I want to do, and these are things that I want to learn, and I continually, one of the reasons why I work in the industry that I work in, and outside of ministry, what I like to call my mortgage paying job, is because it's constantly learning new things. And it helps to keep my mind plastic and flexible, and, there's always something new to learn. And I'm always fascinated to read new articles and this, that, and the other thing. And do I want to be a fire person? No. The physical challenges of that, I'm not sure that I'm there anymore. Maybe I could get back there, but I'm not sure that I'm willing to take that up, but that's okay. if I've heard of people going back and becoming doctors in this stage of their life. And I've heard of people, starting to teach at this stage in their life. It's never too late. It's never too late to try something new. I was reading the Raymond Charles Barker book, Treat Yourself to Life, and he's talking about, and I don't know when he wrote the book. It'd be interesting to know how old he is when he writes. He likes to ride roller coasters. He says he doesn't want to do it every day, but he enjoys doing it once in a while. And I'm just like, you go, there are all these experiences that we could have, and it's never too late. It's never too late. There are some experiences, maybe we're getting a little, the time may be getting a little, but they're still possible. So why not? Why not? Why not? Because as we continue to have new experiences, as we continue to be willing to be awed by life, as we are willing to be surprised by, how many times do I walk around my neighborhood? Pretty much daily. I have a loop that I walk, and I still find, interesting things and beautiful things. And today it's this particular tree, which the top of it's dead. So it's like these gnarled, branches reaching up into the blueness of the sky. There was a blackbird sitting at the top of it and the moon. And I went, well, that's an interesting combination. Did I get it? No, because I had to zoom in too much to catch the moon, to get the bird and the tree. So point being, it's that willingness to be awed. It's that willingness to see the wonder. It's that willingness to get out there and, experience it, to be willing to have things catch us off guard. And the willingness to say it's not too late. And the willingness to say that we still have stuff to learn. It's like, I'll never know it all. I'll never know it all. But that's okay. Because it means I get to discover new things every day. Oh, sorry. I'm going back to work today. I'm kind of excited about that. But I still have just the edges of the congestion up in my nose. So at least I have my voice. It's like 3 days in a row I've woken up with my voice, not somebody else's. All right. So we are always growing. Therefore God, thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. I don't know. It's Psalm 45, line 7. Go read Psalm 45 and see if you can figure it out, what it has to do with anything. On the other hand, the Science of Mind quote, train yourself to think what you wish to think. Okay? That's the point of spiritual practice. Be what you wish to be, feel what you wish to feel, and place no limits on principle. And there is an exclamation point. Place no limits on principle. Because principle is not bound by precedent. So just because it's happened this way every time up to this, if you change one little thing, it might change the outcome. Principle is not bound by precedent. All right? Exclamation point. So that's in the Science of Mind text. That's page 188. How we delight at children pretending to be grown-ups. If they knew, they would stop it. It's like, wait, I go to bed at what time? Yeah. They see themselves as firemen, doctors, or teachers. One moment one thing, one moment another. We smile at these adventures and encourage the young ones to stretch their wings while we settle on our perches. I mean, no. Acting as though this urge to look ahead and become more were given only to the young. The cool thing about being in ministerial school is when you realize that a whole lot of people were significantly older than me, they took on the challenge of this master's degree, of becoming a minister later in life because they wanted to learn more. They wanted to learn more. Now, we definitely want to get more young people involved, but it was also heartening to see there's no age limit on going back to school. None. How strange to ever think that we could one day cease to evolve. Nope. Nope. Best way to keep a mind flexible and engaged is to continue to learn. Even though the body may reach a place where it will grow no more, obviously they have forgotten once we stop going this way, we start going that way. Which is why we want to keep the body flexible and moving. Which is still growing, just, we're going to grow in strength. The mind never stops in its quest for a fuller expression. The mind never stops in its quest for a fuller expression. All right? Bears repeating. There is an aspect of our being that is never constrained by time, space, or circumstance. It's called the imagination, people. It's fantastic. Perhaps this part of us, our awareness of union with God, is the dimension of our life which constantly asks, what's next? That place where we meet God, what's next? We need to listen to that divine child in us which knows itself and is always expanding in its wisdom. And Jesse talked about that. Knowing the absolute self, knowing the absolute utter, the self. Science of Mind teaches that this is possible and that we're ready for it. We just got to go do it to learn who we are. Someone once said, we grow too experienced to feel the freshness of life as its green tendrils break through the earth every spring. No, we only do that if we let ourselves. One of my aloes, actually 2 of my aloe plants have exploded in their pots. There's all these little aloes with the big aloe. And it's really cool. So obviously I have a couple of females and then 1 male. Because there's one in a pot by itself, and then 2 pots have lots of little little ones in it. It's neat. We can begin now to greet each day anew. We can begin now to greet each day anew, expecting the best and most beautiful circumstances yet. So the treatment that she writes. Did I tell you that this was MS Margaret Stortz? God creates all that is, and I daily use divine wisdom in all that I think, say, and do. I never cease to be amazed and delighted as I enjoy God's earth. Each day brings new wonder, and I embrace it all, giving thanks for bountiful opportunities to express the infinite life in me. All right, so the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to listen to that divine child. To stretch our wings and our minds and to continue to learn and grow. And the subject that we are learning about, no matter what else we are learning, is about ourselves. That absolute self within. That spiritual one that is not bound by circumstances, by time, by situations. That's the mission, to listen to that divine child that we all have within ourselves. Okay. The other mission, as always, is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Doesn't matter. Point is to do it. It is a spiritual practice. It is about creating a habit, a default setting, a first response, so that no matter what happens in your life, that you can respond with love, with kindness, with compassion, both for yourself, because you deserve your own love, your own kindness, and your own compassion, and for anybody else that you encounter. Because as you practice on yourself, you create a bank, so that no matter what happens, you got a bank to draw from. All right? That is the point. And it can be as simple as 3 deep breaths before you speak. Heck, sometimes 1 deep breath is enough. But it's also taking a nap, taking a walk, going for a bike ride, going out and finding that beautiful that you know is out there. And it's about, taking care of yourself. Self-care is super important. That's the only way that any of us who, cared about the person that we had the memorial for, that's how we got through it, is because we took care of ourselves before. Okay. I'm also going to encourage you, as I always do something to engage your mind and your body. I did go for a walk today. It was a little shorter than I should have been, than it usually is, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. to drink plenty of water. It looks like it's going to be in the 100, like actually hit 100 to 104 in the next week or so. So drink plenty of water. And bright light early in your day, reset your hormones, science, and open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you, all the time. And you can take Emma's advice. Really, Foster? You're a brat. Take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. All right? That is how we find heaven. It is a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. It is literally up to us. And so when we listen to that divine child, we get closer to heaven all the time. All right, beloveds, I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, an imaginative day, a fantastic day, an enchanted day, a magical day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. Know that. So you can catch us on the social medias. I did get the Sunday service up on YouTube. It's now public. iMovie's lost its mind, so I'm figuring it out in a different way. So that's up. But follow us on the social medias. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on the YouTubes. I have to figure out how to do this the February 29th one. Maybe Wednesday. And then I'll get back to updating my YouTube channel. I've been working on it. Yeah. There's been a lot going on lately. It's been really busy. Which is why I took a week off to be, rest. Thanks to the, sinus issue. And there was something else. I don't remember what it was. So Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back at 9 a.m. Oh yeah, if you want to know what's going on, because it has been really busy lately, email info@creativelife.org. All right. That is what I know. I will tell you to have a great day, to know that you are loved, and that I will see you next time.